So how do trumps work in Kaiserspiel? Well, firstly, let's just assume that all of the four banners have been announced during the deal and turned into Kaiser. They then take up fixed positions in the trump suit. There are 5 different types of trumps, and we'll go through them in turn. So, let's assume that the trump suit that was chosen was flowers. The highest row of trumps and the most powerful trumps are the king beaters, and they can beat kings, so that hence the name. And this is the top row. So the very top trump is called the mug. That's the banner of bells. Now let me deal out the other trumps from flowers that will go in between this sequence. So the second highest trump that comes immediately underneath the banner of bells is the 5 of the trump suit. So in this case, it's the 5 of flowers, because that's the suit we've assumed has been chosen as trumps. Underneath the 5 comes the under of the trump suit, under of flowers in this case, otherwise known as the yos. Underneath the yos comes the 6. And underneath the 6 comes the 2 of trumps, the one that hasn't got the numeral on it, but it's got 2 flowers on it in this case. And then the lowest king beater, but still higher than the trumps beneath it, is the banner of flowers, which is, and that's a fixed position. So even if the trump suit we chose was bells, the banner of flowers would still be in this place, in this position, as would all the other banners. And that banner there, the lowest king beater, is also called the blas. Okay, so all of those cards, all of those 6 cards are king beater trumps, so they can all beat kings. So if a king is played to a trick, they will beat it. So now we move to the second type of trump. So the next level down are the overbeaters. So the overbeaters can only beat obers, as their name suggests. They can't beat kings. And the highest overbeater is the 3 of the trump suit, 3 of flowers in this case, followed by the banner of shields. And then following naturally on, underneath the overbeaters are the underbeaters, and so these trumps at this level can only beat unders. They cannot beat obers, they cannot beat kings. The highest is the 4. The highest underbeater is the 4 of the trump suit, 4 flowers in this case, and then that's followed by the lowly banner of acorns, otherwise known as the vudli. So those are the 3 main types of trumps, and this is one of the key distinguishing features of the game, that the trump suit is not just one long row of cards that could beat any other suit in any other card in the other suits. They only beat cards up of a certain rank or below. So king beaters, overbeaters, underbeaters. What happens to the king and queen of trumps, you may well ask? Where are they? King and queen of flowers are actually a separate suit, effectively. So the king and queen of trumps just function like a king of queen in any other suit. So they're really just almost like a very short suit on their own. So that, the king's a top card, powerful card, but that king of flowers, even though flowers are the trump suit, that king of flowers could be trumped by any of these king beaters over here. And similarly, that ober of flowers could be beaten by any of those overbeaters there, but it couldn't be beaten by any of those underbeaters there. Okay, so the king and ober of trumps are not trumps, and so equally you could not use the king or the ober of flowers to trump another card, because they are not trumps, despite the fact that they're in flowers, and flowers are trumps in this particular hand. And then the 5th and final type of trump is a very special card. So the 7 of trumps, otherwise known as the devil, perhaps because of its diabolical properties in this game, the seven of trumps is a special card. So the seven of trumps is a worthless card and cannot win a trick unless it is led to a trick. So it has to be the first card led to a trick. If it is led to a trick, it will win that trick. It cannot be beaten by any of these other trumps, except and unless the under of trumps is played to the same trick. So if I lead the seven of flowers, player to my right plays the under of trumps, that would beat the seven. That would beat the seven. So the devil can be beaten by the Yos. If that then happens, then actually the five of trumps and the mug, the banner of bells, could also then beat the under. So you could in theory get a trick where the seven of trumps was led, looking like it was going to win the trick. It was then beaten by the under, which in turn was beaten by the five, which in turn was beaten by the mug. That would be a highly unusual trick, but it's possible. But that's the only scenario where the seven of trumps could be beaten if it was led to a trick.